The CountyComm R4A, or Ready for Action Fixed Blade, has been a fan favorite budget banger since its release. It's especially popular with the Kripple Krew. And when CountyComm wanted to follow up on the success of this badass fixed blade, they decided to look at what the community wanted, and that was an EDC size version. Today, we take a look at the new CountyComm Compact R4A Slim. And I'm going to tell you how you can get both of these knives together for less than $100. Stick around. What it do, Kripple Krew? EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly. And that's why we are going back to one of my favorite stores today as we visit more CountyComm offerings in these awesome budget fixed blades. I know we have covered the full-size R4A before, but I'm going to talk about it briefly, and we're going to talk about the compact. I do want to remind y'all that the CountyComm and Vostede Talarurus is still available. They only made 400 of these, and these come in under $75 with code EDCWITHDBD. This is my favorite of the 4 CountyComm and Vostede collabs so far, and it's well worth $75. But we're not here to talk about folders today. Do me a favor though, stab that like button like you mean it. Make sure that you've /subscribe and that you bash that bell for notifications so that you don't miss anything. So the CountyComm R4A, which was released a couple of years ago, was actually based on the EOD breacher bar that CountyComm released back in 1998. CountyComm originally formed as a company providing products to government agencies, and that's why you'll still find their cage number on a lot of their products, like this pen right here from CountyComm. But what they wanted to do was take the ergonomics of their EOD breacher bar and turn it into a fixed blade that could withstand just about anything you want to throw at it. And this is a full-size knife coming in at 8.6 inches overall with a 3.65 inch blade, and it had a decent weight of 7.75 ounces because of that very thick 185 thousandths blade stock. The D2 blade steel and black wash finish provide a good blend of corrosion resistance with strength and really good edge retention for the size. For the price, not the size. And that full flat grind brought the edge down to a very respectably slicey edge for such a fat blade stock. I've been a big fan of this knife, and it comes with several different handle materials. They have the glow-in-the-dark that you see here. They have micarta. They had black G10. Ultim, like you see on the sticker there, which I still need to get me some Ultim fixies from CountyComm. And their Contour Tex carbon fiber was the most recent version. They've always been fairly priced, with the glow-in-the-dark version coming in under $60 with code EDCWITHDBD. But, like I said, folks wanted an EDC size fixie. If you've been following the community at all, EDC fixies started really exploding last year, but this year has definitely been a year loaded with them. And the R4A, the compact R4A Slim, is CountyComm's addition to the crowded field, and one that I have been a fan of for the month that I have had it here. This knife, the ergos, I'm going to start with ergos on this thing. Well, actually, no. Let's start with specs. Let's start with some specs on it, comparing it to the big boy. This is 7 inches overall instead of 8.6 with a 3-inch blade. And this comes in at only 4.75 ounces instead of 7.75. They shaved 3 inches off by not only shortening it, but dropping the blade stock thickness to 175 thousandths. So we still have a very, thick blade stock that carries a lot of that strength out to that nearly spear point tip. And I guess you could call that a spear point. Yeah, that's a spear. I would call that a spear point. And you still get all of that strength that you would expect, but the weight is so noticeably different and way more comfortable in hand, and still coming down to a very slicey edge. Again, folks, we're talking about 175 thousandths blade stock, and yet is that dang slicey. So now we can talk about the ergos. With my extra large glove size hands, I still get a full 4-finger grip on this knife. There is an angled spot back here, so if you had a double XL or triple XL hand, you'd probably still fit on there. And then this jimping works very good to lock me into a saber grip. And the finger guard here, which also has jimping on the inside, definitely locks me in, and I feel like I can really puncture and pierce with a lot of strength without sliding on that blade at all. Very comfortable in a pinch grip to get that tip down and use it really easy for more detailed work, or like a utility grip. In that case, I kind of use that finger guard to hold on to. It is large enough to turn around if you wanted to cut straps or some chest lever grips or something. We have a very comfortable and capped off position in a beef jerky Avenger grip. I absolutely feel like I am not sliding. And the texture, the diamond texture on these UGM Glow scales definitely helps as well. And in a beef jerky Defender, I'm capped off. I can feel all that texture, and I definitely don't feel like I'm going to slide at all. Let's look at a few size comparisons. We'll move the big boy out of the way, and let's compare it to some other EDC fixies that you guys know I'm a fan of, starting with the Aries EDC and Kubi Bloom, which, as you can see, is over an inch shorter. How about the Concept Corvette S, coming in very similar in size, overall length, to the Corvette S. Couple more budget fixies to look at. How about the Tenable Tiny Dancer, which is going to be a little shorter overall than our Compact R4A Slim, or another one of my budget top contenders for budget fixie of 2025, the Fabster Run designed Molsec Noise, comes in almost the exact same length. That should give you a very good idea of the size. And how about a couple of folders real quick that a lot of people are familiar with, just to wrap up that size comparison. Here is the Spyderco Paramilitary 3, which is going to come in, or Para 3, which is going to come in almost just slightly longer overall length than our Compact R4A Slim, and the PM2 or Paramilitary 2 from Spyderco, which is going to have about 1.25 inches overall length on the CountyComm R4A Compact R4A Slim. You know, they really could have just gone with Compact or Slim. I don't think they needed both in the name, but hey, they like to keep us guessing. One last size comparison, you know I had to do it. She is the prettiest shield maiden who ever was. That is Lagatha, my Aries EDC Spike. And as you can see, the CountyComm Compact R4A Slim is exactly at my preferred EDC fixie length. A little more handle, slightly less blade than Lagatha, but almost the exact same length. They did go with titanium hardware to bolt the scales on so that you can easily remove these for cleaning. And these are T10s. So they're going to be strong and much less likely to slip. Or not to slip, but to much less likely to strip than a smaller sized Torx. We're going to talk about the sheath. The sheath, depending on how you look at it, could be a slight positive or it could be a negative. Just like, actually, I want to compare this real quick. So, the full size R4A, as you can see, they did a taco style sheath, which is what you guys know I prefer on my fixies. And that is a single piece of Kydex folded over and like a taco, and then bolted on one side or riveted on one side for attaching positions. They used a very good clip on this, adjusts to accommodate pretty much any belt, and I was impressed with this sheath. Now, still a great sheath quality-wise. Listen to the positive retention. We have, if I hold the clip right now, there we go, holding the clip. We have a slight bit of rattle. Nope, that was in the clip hardware. Slight bit of rattle. Yeah, the clip, I have adjusted it, and then I just swapped it back real quick to show you the position that it comes in, so it's not tight all the way. That's what the rattle was. The knife itself does not rattle in the sheath. We have a nice positive, or a nice thumb ramp for push off. And so the sheath carries it very well. But they did go with a pancake style sheath, which is two pieces of Kydex riveted all the way around. And that creates a much taller profile this way than a pancake would otherwise. It does provide for plenty of attachment positions. However, with a clip so strong, being able to attach it right here, you really don't need to. Plus, you can attach most ulti clips. I mean, there's so many clips that'll fit onto this that I think they could have definitely got away with a pancake style sheath. This still, as you can see, can be rotated so that you can carry the knife. It's currently set up for vertical carry. You know, you could carry it on your plate carrier, handle down if you wanted. But you can also rotate this all the way around so that you can carry this horizontally, which is how I prefer to carry. And that's how I was carrying this, was on my belt with the handle directly in front of my belt buckle. So it's very easy to grab. So I did have this clip turned and I had the spacers removed, but I wanted to show you. Oh, nope, I still have the spacers. No, there they are. I did snap them back in real quick. You can really adjust the size of this belt by popping out these spacers and moving them. For my belt, I put one all the way on the bottom, and then I take this one out because I have an extra wide pistol belt, and that fits it very well. Now, I may switch this to a smaller clip after the review, like an ulti clip or even scout straps, soft loops, but I wanted to show you that it does come with a very strong clip. I would have preferred, especially on the EDC size, to see the smaller taco sheath because it would be a shorter profile along my belt, but it is still narrow enough this way that it doesn't bunch when I sit down. It doesn't pinch. It's still very comfortable for me to carry. That would be about the only negative that I have for this knife. So just like our OG are ready for action, they start and end the plunge grind. The plunge grind termination is very close to where the plunge grind starts, which is awesome to see, because then from here on out is all sharpening life before this blade's going to start to widen back here at the heel. Meaning you're going to be able to keep this D2 blade going for quite a long time with the edge retention that D2 has. Their heat treat has proven to be holding up on my full-size R4A. I've had this one for, man, I think right at about a year now. And it's been on trips with me. It's been attached to my backpack, my belt. I don't think I ever snapped it to my plate carrier, but it would work there as well. And I could see attaching this one to all those same positions. Another thing that I love about these knives, because of their price and their strength, these make a great knife to throw in your car or truck, to put in your shop, in your toolbox, your tackle box. They're very tough, and they're gonna stand up to a lot of different tasks. If you got to do a little bit of prying, I never recommend it, but this is the kind of knife you want to do it with. So, very tough and very well priced. Like I said, you could get the big boy in the Glow version for less than $60. With code DBD, or EDC with DBD, the Compact R4A Slim is only $40. That's right. You can get both of these knives together for just at $100. I think that is a killer deal. CountyComm is one of my favorite stores because whether you're looking for glow-in-the-dark, Ultem, titanium, brass, micarta, copper, they have such a huge assortment of EDC gear in your preferred materials. And my discount code always saves 10% on all of it. So these are a limited run. This one here is number 71 of 1,000. And I don't know if each of the materials is a run of 1,000. I didn't look. There's also Ultem. There is also G10 and micarta, green micarta. They're all the same price, but they definitely are a limited run. And if you want to get a matching set, from most of them you still can. You can still grab an Ultem R4A and an Ultem Compact R4A Slim. So if you want to get one of each, now's the time to do it. Next month, they're dropping another version of the R4A, the Ergo Pro, which is going to be the same size as the large one, but it's going to have chunkier scales that are fully contoured. And that one is going to be, I want to say, under $60 as well with code EDC with DBD. I hope to be able to bring you that one as well, so we can compare it to the other two R4As. But I don't think it's been any secret throughout this video that I'm a fan of this. I love the size, and I definitely think this is worth adding to your collection for less than $40. Now, if you saw the thumbnail, you'll see that these glow bright AF. You'll also see that the first set of EDC with DBD stickers has arrived. And the first 50 stickers are going to be glow in the dark. If you saw the picture, the thumbnail, these glow very well, and you can actually see the red color in them. You're going to want to stay tuned to see how you can win some of these. Let me know your thoughts below. Which CountyComm R4A ready for action knife do you prefer? Have you checked any of them out yet? Which one are you going to check out? I hope you have a killer day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay frosty, and most importantly, folks, stay deadly.